Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about how to use mockup files to mock up your own work. So in Blackboard, in your final presentation folder, I have a link. If you click mockup files, that takes you to a Google Drive folder. This is actually in your main Google Drive folder. So if you go to the 4BB or 4 Blackboard folder, you will see this in there as well. But if you click the link on Blackboard, it will take you right to it. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to open up a couple of these so you can see what they look like. You have a couple different mock-ups, and what I'm going to want you guys to do is mock up your landing page of your phone, of your app on a phone, and mock up your landing page of your web page on a monitor. Okay, you are not limited to these mock-ups. You can download other mock-ups, or maybe you have mock-ups you've used previously for a project. These are just some that I have selected for you. So let's go ahead and download. I'm going to download this guy here. And so these are going to open up into Photoshop. And one thing I will say is that, free mockups, when you download someone else's files, especially if they're free, you never really know what you're going to get. But if the person knows what they're doing, they've set up the file right, this will be fairly easy to use. So this is my mockup. I'm going to go to my layers palette, see how they have everything set up here. So again, if someone has set these up with good best practices in Photoshop, they will actually be super easy to use. And so in the layers panel, you will probably see something that says place work here, upload work here, and that is going to be a smart object. And you'll see how that works in just a second. So I'm going to click this area where it says replace. And so this takes me directly to the area where I can upload, move that over a little bit, directly to the area where I can upload my artwork. So say for example, I want to upload my web page. Okay, so I don't have a flat JPEG of a web page, but I'm going to pretend that I'm uploading artwork. So I'm going to go to File, Place Embedded, and again you'll navigate to your web page screen. Again, let's see what we've got here. I'm just going to use this as a test. This is a sample image that I downloaded for somebody. So again, I'm taking my website and I'm going to scale my image. So this again is my website artwork. We're pretending website artwork. Yay. And again, you want to cover the whole area of the screen because that's going to show up in the monitor. There we go. Bring that down. Okay, and with a smart object, you have to save this. So here, the PSB, this is your smart object. This is what you're editing. We can upload over the replace. I can hide that image, that placer image. And what you're going to do is you are going to close out, and you do want to say save because you're updating the smart object. You're not updating the whole file, but you're updating the smart object itself. So you're going to say save. And boom, shows up on my screen. Looks like it's a real-time design. Again, if you don't like this large, wider format screen, you want to find other screens, other monitors, things you want to search for, you can look up computer monitor, mockup, free. You always want to try to put the word free in there so you get the free ones. And again, you want the PSD file. You don't want an Illustrator file or anything else. You want the one that's going to have the smart objects where it allows you to place your artwork in there. Okay, so that is one for the computer mockup. Now I want to go back and let's look at the phone ones. I got a couple of different ones there for you guys. And again, you can download, you're not limited to these mockups. You can download whatever you want. This one even has information about it. I'm just going to download, again, I'm going to download this one. But I want to open up another file so you can see, again, depending on who created this file, they may or may not have a ton of Photoshop expertise. So the files and layers may be cleaner than others. So this one I'm looking at in my layers panel. I see my backgrounds. If I wanted to change the location, I could, but I like this. Or if you wanted to use it without the background, you could just export this as a PNG and have the hand holding the phone. All right, so again here, I can alternate any of these if I want to, but I'm good. I don't want to make edits to those. I have add screen here. I'm going to double click that. Again, you can hide that or you can just cover it up. File, place. And again, I'm going to find, let's see, this is just an example here. And again, these are sample images that I've downloaded previously, but I'm going to try to center this in here as much as possible. And remember, you don't have to hold shift when you're scaling an image in Photoshop anymore, which really messes me up. But if you hold shift, it will actually skew the image. So in Photoshop, you can just drag and stretch the image. And again, your phone screen should be fairly sized the right size. Okay, there we go. I've got it the way that I want it. Again, you want to close out of the PSB, which is your smart object, and you want to say save. And boom, there's my mock-up of my app screen. Pretty cool stuff, huh? So again, one of the things that you guys will have to do is to save these out. I do not want the PSDs. I don't want those. I want the JPEG. So you can go to File or PNG. If you don't have the background and you want to keep the transparency, you need to save it as a PNG. But if you're keeping a background in the image, just a JPEG will be fine. So I'm going to go to File, Save As. Save on my computer, sure. And then I'm going to call this JPEG. I'm going to say phone mockup. Put my name in it. Okay. I'm going to go back, look at my image. So here's the original mockup. There's my PSD file. And this is my JPEG that I shared with my artwork in it. Perfect. So again, fairly simple, and if your mockup files look slightly different, you just want to look for, in the layers panel, you want to look for where it says upload artwork, place your artwork here, and you want to double click that. So again, you'll double click that to take you into the smart object area where you can import your own artwork. Okay, that's it. That's working with mockups.